Hi folks, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
Brad,
Bob.
today you want to talk about how to avoid muscle cramps by using proper bed position and stretches and maybe some other, cues that we might do.
Exactly. Some diet issues, things you're going to consume that'll all affect muscle cramps. And this can be a big issue for people. This can make people have a hard time going to sleep at night.
Yeah, and staying asleep.
Right. Well, right. They're afraid to go to sleep because in the middle of the night you get a cramp, it wakes you up, it's very painful, and you've got to do something to...
Are we talking mostly about nightly cramps, muscle cramps? Or?
Well, I think that's a big part of it,
Sure.
People that we're referring to, but also, the athlete, they're getting cramps. But personally speaking, when I was training real hard, which is a reason for cramps, is overtraining, is I used to get cramps in my calves at night, and I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. It wasn't fun.
So then you didn't sleep well, and then your training went down.
Right.
Because of the,
Exactly. Right. So we're going to talk about all this, but there's a few people out here, though.
Hi, thanks. Thanks for joining us.
If three viewers out there,
All right. If you're new to our channel, please take a second to subscribe to us. We have a subscription button here or here. We provide videos on how to stay healthy, fit, pain-free, and we upload every day. And by the way, you want to like us on Facebook too. It's down below.
Yeah.
Because we always do giveaways.
I think they like us, Bob.
All right. And today we're doing a giveaway over this next week or so of the Art Tree Acupuncture Mat and Pillow. See that, Brad?
You bet. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So what you do is you sign up. We're giving away 5 of these. The company's giving away 5. Mm-hmm. We don't get paid by these people. We're just trying to get new products for you. And you can also get a 20% off if you decide to buy one.
It's a good deal.
Yeah. All right.
Cramps. So what is a cramp, Bob?
I don't know. You're going to tell me, I hope.
Well, I'm sure you had it like I did in school. They talk about the muscle cramping up to maximum. They call it tetany, and it balls up, and it just gets as tight as it possibly can.
Yeah, normally a muscle fiber, gradually recruits more and more fibers. Mm-hmm. And in this one, they're all firing at the same time, right? To some extent?
At maximum amount.
At maximum amount.
It becomes very painful. Another name is Charley horse.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know how that
where that came from.
Yeah, Charley and horse. I'm not really sure where, but anyways.
You should look that up.
Yeah.
Or a spasm.
Yep. Yes. I don't like that term spasm. Yeah. I don't think it's very accurate, but people call them spasms. So what causes them? We talked about overuse. If you're doing a lot of exercise, and on the other hand, one cause can be if you're doing a lot of sedentary or sitting in one spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I just looked that up and found that information. Dehydration. If you're not getting enough fluids.
That's absolutely a big one. You got to keep hydrated.
Exactly.
That's where you see the athlete a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Prolonged contraction. Let's say you're standing in one kind of awkward position for a while for whatever reason, and that muscle that's
has to fire for a long time without a rest.
It can get a cramp in it.
Okay.
Okay. I've gotten those in my toes.
Have you really?
Yeah, toe cramps.
That's ugly.
Yeah.
Those toes are ugly. All right.
Lack of potassium or potassium.
Oh, calcium and potassium.
Right.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You said potassium and potassium.
There you go. I'll double it up. Okay, so those are some causes. So they're not really fully understood, as far as the details. Otherwise, it'd be a lot easier to treat them and get rid of them. So what we do know is that often one of the more common muscles is the calf muscle right here.
Right.
Hamstrings are common, not so common, but even one of the more quadriceps can be. That's the 3 I'm going to cover today.
Sure.
There may be other ones, but the treatment's the same. When you get a cramp, you want to lengthen that muscle, stretch it out as soon as you possibly can. But before it gets cramps, I want to talk about prevention a little bit, Bob. Okay? So, dehydration, what are you going to do?
Drink water.
Hydrate.
I know, when I remember reading up on this, Brad, that was one of the #1 causes they felt like was dehydration.
Sure.
Yeah. It was one of the big. So I know a lot of times, especially if you're an older gentleman and at night you don't like to drink too much water because you're going to be up 10 times.
There are other issues.
But you're going to have to find that balance.
Exactly. Right. And the other thing is, what are you drinking? It can be water. You can have something that has some electrolytes
more
in
electrolytes in it. Yeah.
Right. Gatorade or something
that might help matters. Yeah.
Exactly.
With less water. Then.
Yeah. Let's talk about potassium. Eat some bananas.
Sure.
Those kinds of foods. Then other thing that I didn't think about this, but take a warm bath or a warm shower before you go to bed.
Yeah,
get those muscles loosened
up.
up.
I remember reading that too. That help. the more you can get them, kind of prepare them, and plus that's going to help you sleep.
Right,
too.
you're going to maximize the blood flow. Blood flow in the muscle is going to help prevent the cramps. Okay, now this is a nice one. Get a massage. So maybe you could have your wife give you a massage before you go to bed.
That's not going to happen.
Okay, so
what's
then
the
we
other
go.
option?
We go to the second part. Get yourself a
foam
foam
roller.
roller.
You don't need a spouse. You can just get a foam
we
roller.
don't need a masseuse. Just get one of these. One-time cost, and they won't last forever. If you have calf cramps right in here, you're just going to roll across like this. And if you want to get more aggressive, you can see my bottom's in the air, my weight's through my hands. You're going to want to do this on a carpeted floor. Hard floor, the roller slips around a little bit, so carpeted floor works a lot better. If you want to get really into it, cross one leg over. And that kind of hurts a little bit, and it gets in deep into that muscle. Again, make sure you do both legs, otherwise you walk in circles, Bob. You can, again, go to the hamstrings. It's the same thing. You can go on one leg and cross over. Hammies usually take a little more pressure, and you can get on it a little more aggressively. And while you're there, you might as well get up into your glute and your piriformis, even though they may not be cramping, because it's just a good massage. Get that circulation going throughout the leg.
You doing quads on that one too?
Sure, you bet. Obviously, if you're going to do the quad, you got to switch position.
So quadricep at the front of the thigh.
Right. And roll back and forth on there. You can go flat like this. The quad's a big muscle, so you may have to go in more quadrant than just in the sagittal plane. We're going to get lateral a little bit. And then you're going to have to go on an angle to get the inside of the quad on the VMO. That's a little bit more challenging, but you can work it out. I'm not going to get into, you have to practice that one a little bit, I think.
Sure, yep.
Okay,
All
good.
right, well done.
Next one. Calf muscles. We talked about the massage. What about stretching before you go to bed?
And like I would say, Brad, that probably is the most common muscle by far.
Right, yep, the calf muscle.
So.
And I'm going to do, if you got your bed or a wall right here, if I'm stretching down here, I'm stretching like this, or if you're going to look at it, you see it. So this is the one getting stretched. The heel has to go down.
The heel has to stay down.
Right, and the toe should not point out to the side, but straight ahead. And then
heel is down.
Yep.
And you can stretch it with the knee straight, and you can also stretch it with the knee bent.
Yep, gets two different muscles, and that's what you want, is be complete, get both muscles. You're going to hold this up to 30 seconds is a good time.
I got some dust on your pants.
Oh,
Brad.
yeah, we'll not have any of that issues.
So.
Now we're going to have to wash them tonight. Okay, so make sure you do that, get both legs. This is even better yet. If you got an incline board, this makes it much easier, more comfortable. Overall, it's the best way I know to stretch your calf muscles.
Yeah, really easy to do. You can do it anywhere. Sometimes you want to hang on to something while you're doing it, but
right. Yeah, you could keep this right by your bed and
Yep.
stretch those out before you go to bed. And then hamstring stretch. I would like to do this one. You might as well do it right in bed. Lay in bed, and you can stretch up like this. Bob, you want to hand me a couple of devices to make this easier? You know, if you have a cane, a hook cane, or a cane like this, simply go like this. You can relax that leg, probably put the other leg down. Knee must be straight. Has to be straight to get the hamstrings. And just stretch. You can go pressure on, pressure off, do that 10 times, or hold it for 30 seconds, whatever works best for you. Again, do both legs. A stretch out strap. We really like this strap because it's handy.
OPTP.com.
Yep.
OPTP.
The big advantage of this is it's got handles throughout the whole length of it. So you can put your hand in there if you don't have a good grip, which a lot of people don't, particularly if you're older, and you can stretch it out here. And my fingers aren't doing anything. It just catches onto the wrist. Straight knee again, hold it. 10 times, hold and relax, or 30 seconds static stretch.
The other thing you had mentioned, Brad, is one of those rollers.
Rolling pin.
Rolling pin. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. But you can take it.
You make bread with it or something like that.
So if you have a rolling pin that you're not using right now, because I don't think this would be a good idea to use it on your calf and then go make a pie with it.
I might do that, but most people wouldn't.
Yeah, but so what you could just go like this, right?
Yep, you could use that rolling pin on your calf. It works good on the quad.
Yeah, actually, it is really good for that. They do have these sticks, these rolling sticks you can buy too. That
exactly.
Do we have one?
Yeah, Bob.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Look at that.
There you go.
Ask and you shall receive. Why don't you show a little bit, Brad?
And these feel pretty good, you know. You can go here. You can roll this. You know, you can roll lots of things.
If you've given up, if you've given up cooking and baking,
you can use a rolling pin. These work a little bit better, though, I think. Now, in the event that you get a cramp at night and you wake up, here, Bob, I distinctly remember this.
Sure.
When you get up and you feel that cramp coming on, so you get that calf cramp, and it's hurting like crazy, the first thing you want to do, if you're able-bodied enough, is get up and put some weight through it and stretch it out. And it'll go away as soon as you get that stretched out. If you're not that able to get up and stretch it because of a fall issue, if you're older, you have some weakness for whatever reason, you have your cane handy to get a hold of your toe and try and stretch it out. Or if you got, your spouse or whoever sitting, in the same room, see if they can give you a stretch.
Trying to massage it right away too help?
Yeah, you could certainly do that. Get up and try and massage it, pull that up and massage at the same time. One way or another, the sooner you get that to pull up, the faster, the cramp's going to go away.
Toes towards
Same with the hamstring. Now, in bed positioning, we sleep like this, and typically our toes are like this.
Sure.
The calf muscle is more likely to cramp when you're in the plantar flex position versus here. So if you got a lot of heavy covers on, you should try and sleep with lighter covers so it doesn't push your toes down as much.
If it did get radical, you would try a boot or not?
Yeah, I would try a boot like this. If you're getting them every night and you can't get any sleep because you're getting cramps in your ankle, you could go with one of these. These are made for people with plantar fasciitis, but they do work for this. And it'll keep your, look at that.
Yeah.
It'll keep your foot in that neutral position, much less likely to get that cramp which is going to pull it down this way. If you get the hamstring cramp, get it up and try to stretch it out as fast as you can. Boy, those hamstring cramps, they just hurt.
Yeah, they're not fun.
They're not fun. If you quadriceps cramp, and that's going to make your leg go straight. Then you're going to have to try and pull it in this way and stretch it like this.
Sure.
Okay, you always go in the opposite direction to stretch it out. And then, of course, massage it. After you get the cramp out, massage. You may want to take a shower before you go to bed again. Whatever it takes to get, everyone's got a different body and how they respond to these things. So you'll learn that after a while. And hopefully, with what we've done here, get these things to settle down so you can get a good night's sleep.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Okay.